Several attorneys general, including Illinois' Kwame Raoul, announced a lawsuit against President Donald Trump. It accuses him of withholding billions of dollars in federal funds for state programs unless the states cooperate with federal immigration enforcement. The funds help crime victims with things like medical bills, funeral costs, counseling, and emergency shelter.
Immigrant communities have an important role to play in helping states reduce crime. The administration's policies make immigrant victims and witnesses of crime reluctant to cooperate with local law enforcement. This undermines public safety.